I just got to give all the praise, honor, and glory to God, bro, for giving me another op. Like I say, getting to play this game at this level is nothing more than a blessing. Just the staff they have put together and the guys in that locker room who help me each day in and day out. And I think it's just been awesome, this process and going through it.
This guy was 13 and 19 for 2 73 yards on the ground.
Appreciate y'all having my back, bro. Appreciate y'all having my back, bro. That's all I ask, bro.
Great job.
Welcome on in, Packers Nation. The Green Bay Packers put a beat down on the Tennessee Titans, winning 30-14. There are so many great things in this game that I saw that I really want to regurgitate to all of you, and I would love to hear your feedback. So let me know in the comments of what you saw. And before we even get things going, right? Before we even start anything, I'm not a Packers fan, so I hope you guys respect this perspective. I don't remember a time in my life where I've seen a Packers quarterback take off, like really start ripping it and running it, to where I just think, and please, like I said, correct me if you think I'm wrong. This offense just looks different. I'm not saying Jordan Love lost his job to Malik Willis. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Malik Willis should even be considered as a long-term option. I'm not saying that as well. But what I am saying is for Malik Willis to start this offense and start this season, but I'm gonna stay in this game. But to start this offense so fast, they started so fast, scoring on 2 back-to-back drives to open up the game. And Malik Willis is out here making these crazy, amazing big plays with not just his arm, but with his legs as well, especially on third down. And I think that's why I saw it as a whole different team, a whole different offensive scheme. Because on third down, when he is able to use his legs on third downs where the defense is really thinking, oh, pass, and he's able to rip off with his legs to pick up the first down and do great things in that regard. The explosive plays made with Jaden Reed and others, like it's just different. And Matt LaFleur, he's not wavering. Matt LaFleur doesn't do the whole, hey, we lost our starting quarterback in Jordan Love, so we need to just completely fit this new guy that we brought in, fit him into the plan, what made Jordan Love good and what works for Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur says, no, we're actually going to completely change things to where Malik Willis's gifts can be displayed for the whole world to see. And so that was great to see 100%. And there's a player, and it's so funny because I have a friend, his name's Alec. He's a huge Cowboys fan. And so anytime we start talking top corners in the league, like best corners, he always rolls his eyes when I bring up Jaire Alexander. And so you guys know, this is a Packers/Cowboys. If you want to call it a rivalry, you can. It's not, because the Packers always win those games. But every time, Jaire Alexander has a bad game or a player catches the ball on Jaire, my friend, he's going to show me that clip. He's going to make sure I see that clip. But because for the longest, he's been saying Alexander is done. Alexander is washed. Well, I don't think so. Because Jaire Alexander still got that juice to give the world a pick 6 that helped the Packers have a 10-point lead in the first quarter. So I'm very much in the seats of Malik Willis is that dude, along with Jaire Alexander still being that dude. Real quick for Malik Willis, who is playing the team that gave up on him, right? Playing the team that traded him away, playing the team that says, no, we're better off without him. He was able to go for 13 of 19, 202 yards, no interceptions, a touchdown, and a quarterback rating of 120. Well, that's it. Nope, that ain't it. He also had 6 carries, 73 yards total, averaging 12.2 yards per attempt, and then having his longest rush of 29 yards, which was beautiful to see. So yeah, we clearly can see that the ball may not be coming out as consistently pretty as a Jordan Love can do it, but to step into those shoes, to step into that quarterback position as the starter and to go against your former team and to win the way you guys won, it's great. And Christian Watson, hello, welcome back to the party, giving the world 2 receptions for 67 yards. And Jaden Reed, we all know what kind of a dog he is, accumulating 4 receptions for 50 yards. And then Emmanuel Wilson getting that touchdown with 35 yards and 2 catches. So this team, it's like I said, I don't know if it's different. I don't know if there's a little bit better for juice, but I know for a fact that there is a spark with this offense. There's a legitimate spark with Malik Willis out there being able to scramble, break the pocket, make plays with his leg, become a playmaker, buy a little bit of time. And those are things that Jordan Love can't do, that he doesn't do. He does all those things greatly, but it's the threat that Malik Willis can gash you for 73 yards, which I think is going to bode incredibly well for this offense in the future. But defensively, we also did some crazy great things. How about 8 sacks? Lucas Van Ness, Preston Smith gets 2. Edrin Cooper, who is a great linebacker at A&M, who I really like. Kingsley, can't say his last name, with the 1.5 sacks, along with Isaiah McDuffie and Quay Walker. Just big things. Oh, and Devontae Wyatt, former Georgia defensive tackle, who I've been waiting to really hit the scene as one of those prominent interior defensive dudes, and I think he's well on his way. Just beautiful things all around for this freaking defense. And Xavier McKinney was also able to get his hands on the ball as well. And I'll say this about this team, about where this team is actually probably headed. And I want you all to remember this. I want you all to remember this because no one picked you guys to win the division. Even after you guys did great things last year, you guys went toe-to-toe with the 49ers, and that was a game last year in the playoffs that you guys should have walked out of the stadium with the W. We all know this. And so, with that regard, for you guys to be even in the position that you guys are in, to be so successful like this early with a new quarterback that is not Jordan Love, this is great. This is crazy great. And so I want to know, what do you guys feel? You know, Minnesota right now is sitting at 3-0. I think you guys are also looking better than the Detroit Lions and, of course, the Chicago Bears. So just let me know, where's your mind at right now? Do you guys see that the NFC North is in your hands? Are those thoughts that you guys are having that, okay, wait, we can actually make a legitimate run with Malik Willis? But then also, to the contrary, my question is, if Malik is balling right now and you guys are able to ball out the way you are, when Jordan Love gets back, is there any conflict? Is there any like, wait, hold on, or wait, no, hey, Jordan, I know you're a little bit banged up. We're going to sit you for a little bit more. Where's your motivation with that? Where's your thought process with that? Because Matt LaFleur, I think he sees something. And I think even more so, the offense it moves a little bit more freely. It's not constrained as much. There's a lot more variances to this offense that can be explored with the athleticism of Malik Willis. So I'm really wondering if any of you guys see that at all. Is that a thought that any of you guys might have? Let me know in the comments. This Packers pass rush had 7 different players, as we discussed it, with at least a half sack. 12 hits on quarterback Will Levis to really even paint that picture. 12 hits on his sheet. And Malik Willis completed nearly 70% of his passes, almost 11 yards per passing attempt as well, and producing, as we talked about, those 2 touchdowns with no turnovers. 0 turnovers. And if you ask me, once again, not even trying to build up any animosity within the Packers fan base, I felt like Jordan Love is a guy who's a playmaker. He's a gunslinger. He's going to fit the ball in to certain situations where it probably shouldn't be fitted, and he's going to have those turnovers. He is. But having a player like Malik Willis, who I guess you can kind of compare him into, I think you can compare his game to a Tyrod Taylor type of dude, right? So very athletic, strong arm, can gash you with his legs, but most importantly, he's not going to put the ball in compromising positions. He's not going to be a guy that's going to say, oh, my arm is good enough to fit it here. He has confidence in his arm, but he's not going to put the offense into precarious situations. He's not going to put the offense into situations where they might have to dig themselves out of this unfortunate hole, right? And so I think that's actually a great, quarterback comp for Malik Willis. It's Tyrod Taylor. And so if Malik Willis can keep doing what Tyrod Taylor has done, where he has been backup for a good portion of his career, but anytime he does get that starting spot, the errors are not there, the explosive plays are present, and as long as he has phenomenal athletes around him, he's able to make a play, he's able to figure it out, and I think Malik Willis is definitely on his way. The mental struggles, guys, of you actually performing well against the former team that drafted you and probably gave you a bunch of empty promises and said this and this and this about you, but then traded you and shipped you away. This game by Malik Willis will be a staple for his future with this organization, and you guys gave him all of the confidence by going to get him and trade for him and acquiring him and putting him into that Packers uniform for him to make crazy great plays. So let me know what you think in the comments, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.